let's take a look at USA Today Sports' projected top 10 teams ahead of the 2018 college football season. USA Today Sports Los Angeles, as enigmatic as always, if not, more than ever, Chip Kelly held court with reporters for just under 4 minutes before sprinting back across the white lines to conduct the latest practice of UCLA's spring. Every major media outlet, and probably all of the smaller ones, too, has asked to get Kelly one-on-one since his arrival this past winter, to no avail. Maybe later, after Kelly gets settled in and gets comfortable. For now, the 4-minute snippets will be the closest anyone outside of this program gets to a peek into the process. But, Thursday morning's practice felt familiar, like a short trip down memory lane, though it was hard not to be jarred by the sight of Kelly not only back on a college field but in UCLA's timeless blue and gold, not Oregon's neon flash green and yellow. The outfit of gym shorts, a pullover and a visor rang a bell, though Kelly's still not on social media. Asked if he saw the picture on Twitter of UCLA offensive linemen eating at a nearby cheesecake factory, Kelly replied, "Our linemen were at the Cheesecake Factory." Spring previews: ACC, Big 10, Big 12, Pac-12, SEC American, CUSA, Independent, Mountain West Young Gun. Talk of USC's spring practice is quarterbacks still in high school pettiness. Why Mississippi lawn supports Jay Patterson's decision to transfer information still needs to be pried out. Any nuggets that slip through Kelly's filter are helpful, though not particularly illuminating. Greg Rogers is out with an injury right now, Kelly said when asked about the sophomore defensive tackle. What about tight end Jimmy Jaggers? Same. And linebacker Mike Juarez, also an injury? Yeah. His practices still move at a quick tempo, if not yet quite at Kelly's preferred pace. Drill, whistle, water break. Players hop through a circuit, ing up, fumbles and shedding blocks on defense and working on proper ball handling in a 2-minute drill on offense. If there's any less secrecy surrounding Kelly's program than in the past, Oregon was famous, or maybe infamous, for the clamps it put on the Ducks' mode of operation, it's probably due to the deck of an adjacent parking lot overlooking the university's Spalding Field, which allows anyone in town to come by and practice in its entirety. We're still really early in the process. Let's just evaluate everything, Kelly said. Everybody is just trying to learn what we do and how we play, and we'll figure that all out when we get ready for our opener. Whether you're in the NFL or in college, they all want to be great, so they're all trying to work as hard as they can and be the best versions of themselves. If not as successful as Nick Saban, to name one coaching contemporary, Kelly's impact on the college game cannot be overstated. He was a mammoth change agent for the sport, legitimizing a breakneck offensive style and pace that influenced the way offenses and programs are run on all levels of competition, even in the NFL, though Kelly's overall record might suggest otherwise. In some shape or form, Kelly's model is imitated at every program in the football Bowl subdivision. Now he's back, and it's anyone's educated guess how this tenure at UCLA will go. Kelly's record as a college coach is nearly unimpeachable, when it comes to wins and losses, at least. Oregon reached the equivalent of a New Year's Six Bowl in each of his 4 seasons, including a narrow loss to Auburn in the 2011 BCS National Championship game. He's as everything his successor, Jim Mora, was not, a proven winner in the college ranks with a proven design for building a powerhouse. This year's team, like its new head coach, is a bit of an enigma. But being unpredictable is better than the alternative. For all the annual hype, UCLA has been stale for decades. Not anymore. But the game itself has adapted. His approach is no longer the outlier but, by and large, the standard. His offense may be different than it was, though that won't be known until September. One branch of his coaching tree, first-year Nebraska head coach Scott Frost, has imbued Kelly's offense with a Midwestern feel. On a bigger scale, Kelly's tenure at UCLA may end up the case study to a question: can what worked 5 years ago still work today, or do styles on offense and otherwise need to be tweaked, retooled, even reinvented? At first it was difficult, because of the new stuff coming in, said junior defensive lineman Keyshawn Lucier South. But now we're getting used to it. It's been good for us. We're more disciplined. We're more, as a team, more family. Pace and tempo are the buzzwords. Major changes underway. Maybe the defensive scheme isn't too different than what was in place. Lucy or South's role on the edge still holds the same responsibilities, for example. But the offense is being torn apart and remade. One day the Bruins worked on a triple option setup. Another day it was the outside zone. The route tree has changed. Signals, speed, personnel, formation, mentality, all new. Kelly's practices at Oregon were groundbreaking in their speed and rhythm, even in use of eardrum shattering to break up the monotony and to train players to adapt under adverse conditions. UCLA isn't at that level at this point, nor even close to matching the rhythm of Kelly's elite Oregon teams. That's not unexpected. It took a lot to adjust to the tempo. The pace that we're going is a lot faster than last year, said sophomore tight end Jordan Wilson. Every practice is a new objective. We're focusing on a different concept each practice and it's a challenge. But I think we're doing a good job. Players at UCLA were well aware of Kelly's reputation when he was hired late last November. They knew what he achieved at Oregon, even if some were still in middle school when that tenure ended, and had some idea of what to expect with the start of winter conditioning. And there have been no real surprises thus far. Kelly has been as advertised, if on an even greater scale than players could have imagined. Coach Kelly wants it a certain way, Wilson said. Of course, we're going to do it that way. Early preseason top 25 for college football.